What is up, guys? Ashton here, and we are live for a emergency weather briefing. I'm not saying it's severe weather, but we have a double whammy ahead of us. We have the risk for severe weather, and we have Winter Storm Kassandra as well. Holy moly, what is going on? This is a crazy January, let me tell you guys. Alrighty, let's go cover the severe weather first, because the snow will not take as long. You have a day 2 enhanced for the Gulf Coast, pretty much the entire Gulf Coast, besides the lower half of Florida. But it is looking like a big day tomorrow for severe weather and also winter weather. But as you can tell, this enhanced is mainly for coastal major metropolitan cities like Houston, New Orleans, and Mobile, which is not good. Those are some of the most populated cities along the Gulf Coast, especially Houston. Houston is the most populated city along the Gulf Coast. So we have, let's go read into this. So the SPC is issued an enhanced risk. We have a 10% hatched for significant tornadoes, 30% for wind, and 15% for hail. We have severe thunderstorms are expected from the blah, 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 and damaging winds and several tornadoes. Several tornadoes are anticipated with a conditional threat of a strong tornado, which is more likely more than one strong tornado. So deep level, low, deep upper low will move eastward from northern Texas during the day into the middle Mississippi River Valley by 12Z on Wednesday, this leading to a trough with an 70 knot LLJ. 70 hecking knot low level jet. Can you believe that, guys? That is absolutely insane. And this is January, let me remind you. We are in January and have a low-level jet. Okay, just make sure I was talking and then not muted. For January. At the surface level, develop pivoting northeast Louisiana, and a warm front with the east low, blah, blah. We'll have 60s, dew points up to the high 60s, actually. The front will lift north to the I-10 corridor into Louisiana after 0Z in Houston area. This will, give me one sec. Blah, 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 blah. A cold front will surge east through the northern Gulf Coast states immediately behind this warm front, limiting the warm sector. But at this point right now, it looks absolutely crazy. So rain and elevated storms will expand. So these is just like morning convection is what it's saying. But as soon as it crosses like the I-35 corridor and the I-45 corridor, these things are going to go nuts. And the storms will become severe after 18Z along the cold front, which is literally noon. So around late morning and early afternoon, these things are going to go absolutely insane. And these will have enough dew points for surface-based supercells with 1,000 plus joules per kilogram of CAPE. Some of these even might have 2,000, with effective shear at over 500 meters squared per second squared, and near 800 along the Houston area. That is insanity, guys. 800 meters squared per second squared of effective storm relative velocity, not shear. Pardon my mouth. Supercells will likely be along the developing line of storms near the cold front in the favored area for strong tornadoes as this lift intersects with the warm front, which is basically meaning just south of San Antonio and Houston. If you draw a straight line from San Antonio to Houston, just south of that line is where you're going to get those monster supercells to develop. And then this will lift, but the extreme shear warrants an outlook for isolated strong tornadoes. Isolated strong tornadoes. We're not talking about clusters of multicellular or linear strong tornadoes. We're talking about isolated monsters, probably. Not good if you know what I mean, eh? And this is for the later in the evening and overnight as they cross the Sabine River, which is literally along the Texas and Louisiana border. This is where supercells will probably also start trying to come out from the Gulf, and it'll definitely have tornado risks and additional supercells ahead, and with few tornadoes possible. So, dangerous day tomorrow, indeed. Anyways, let's go to the models. Here we go. At this point, we really don't even care about the NAM, or actually, we're gonna just look at the NAM 3 kilometer. Let's start with the NAM 3 kilometer. So as of right now, you can see we have pretty dang above average temperatures down here. You got 85 degrees down here in Miami. Crazy in January. But as soon as this cold front, you see the cold front, it's knocking on the doorstep. The cold front is literally in New Mexico, actually it's pretty far out actually still. It's still up in Utah and Colorado, it looks like. But that is going to change. It's going to surge. It's going to push south with the jet stream, dip in, and then you see that cold front just really sweeping in across the central Texas area. And then look at that. Look at that front. You can even see it. Look at that. Wow. Incredible. And then here come the temperatures. The cold temps coming in, sweeping in behind it. Anyways, we have the dew points. So this is our dew points. We don't really care about the entire United States right now. We are just focusing in right here. This is where we need to be focused in on and hone all of our energy. So this is dew points. Pretty mild dew points right now, not too humid. But tonight, just watch these dew points absolutely surge into southern Texas near Laredo and south of San Antonio. And look at those just rocket east around the afternoon. And you can just see those 68, 69, 67s, those mid-high 60 dew points surging into Houston. And right there, the triple point hits right over Houston. And boom. Look at this sounding. Evil. Evil, evil, evil. 69 dew point. Of course. Of course, when I hit the 69 dew point, it gives you a very, very good sounding. Oh, just my luck. Anyways, but yeah, look at these. And then they really rocket off. As soon as they cross the Sabine River, that's when they shift northeast, and you get a real big surge into southern Mississippi and Alabama, and then across the Florida Panhandle. Let me just check my phone here. I have a few things I need to be checking on as we speak. Okay, there we go. We're good. Okay, we're good. All right, so let's go to the upper air dynamics. Not the upper air. Let's check the winds. Now this is where it gets crazy. You see, here comes the front. It's sort of building up some energy back here, but once the jet is building up a little bit of steam right here, and once that trough ejects, look at this, just absolutely builds, and then boom, it gets absolutely whole. What? 86 knot low level what? Up to 90 knot low level jet. Holy mackerel. That is insanity. And look, you see these little areas of like spots? Those are supercells forming. I am so upset I can't chase tomorrow. Down there, at least. But just look at this low-level jet. You're looking at almost 100 knot low-level jet that just pushes and sweeps across. Nuts. And even the 500. Look at the 500. The 500 is insane. Look at this. Wow, the low-level jet is almost as strong as the 500. That's crazy to think about. All right, let's go to our Cape. That's the NAM. That's the NAM 3K. I just realized I was on the NAM 3K. I thought I was on HRRR. Wow. Okay, and here's this is the Cape for the NAM 3K surface based. As you can see, it's not the greatest looking. You know, you have some pockets of 1500, but not the most. But this is plenty of Cape for January to support strong tornadoes. As you can see, let's just go click in right here on there's a little dot right there over 1,000 Cape. Let's just click on it and see what the sound gives it. Yikes. Yeah, yikes, guys, yikes. All right, here's the cap. This is where it gets spicy again. Because you'd think it's January. You'd think you'd have some cap, you know. Excuse me. Where's my cap? Where's my cap? There's no cap. There is no cap whatsoever. Yeah, there's a little bit of a sweeping line, but that's not going to matter. There's no cap. That's not good at all. Here's our bulk shear. This is cool. Watch this. See that little bit of, see the front? Watch this. Boom. You see these little areas? See these little like patches of shear? Those are your supercells. And look at that. 0 to 6K, 125 knots of shear. That's just absolutely mind-boggling. And then here comes the storm relative helicity on these. I mean, watch this come out of Mexico. Boom. You have areas of over 1,100. That's 13. You have 1,300 helicity up here, and all over here you got 700, 800 even. That is something you'd see in April, like with strong tornado outbreaks, like incredibly strong. And then here's your energy helicity index, your EHIs. You see that, there you go. There's your energy. All down here, your nadir juice building up down there. Now look at the supercell composite. This is the NAM, mind you. We ain't looking at the HRRR yet. This is crazy to see the NAM going like this. What was that? I'm not sure what that was. We're gonna mute that. I don't know what the heck that was. No, I don't know what that was. That was an interesting noise I heard. But look at that. Supercell composites in the high teens. Some of them had 20 on them. But look, you have supercells even forming out here in the Gulf, believe it or not. The best sounding I pull is legit in the Gulf of Mexico. If that is on land and it happens, that would be a monster tornado. If that actually was on land. And then let's just pull out a sounding from one of these 13s on here. Overland. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, guys. That's not good. Not good at all. No. Okay. This is the SIG tour. What in the world? Look at these SIG tour values off the coast. Oh, look at these 5 point something. Actually, there's 4 point something. That's 5. There's some 4 and 5s in here. Let's see if I can get it. 4.4. The best soundings I'm pulling right now are legit off the coast. Man, that's scary to think about. If those actually came on shore or were just on land and not over the water, we'd have a bad day. But this is a bad, bad day right here. That is a nasty photograph. Look at that Sigtor. Wow. Sigtor at 6.9. Nice. Man, that's crazy. Now watch this. Here comes our updraft. This is the NAM 3 so this is going to be our storm tracks. You see, you got some storms forming out here, little bubblers, but then here come those long track supercells. One actually looks like it might go through. Is that looks like San Antonio? That looks like just east of San Antonio. One goes straight through Houston, goes all the way up into Louisiana. Ugh, not a good day. And then here's our photographs. Who keeps talking in chat? Oh, it's Bomber. Okay. Okay. Anyways, here's our photographs. They don't look too shabby right now, but yikes! Danger noodles. That is a dangerous danger noodle. That I just pulled that out of downtown Houston. Man, this is not a good day. Ooh, excuse me, pardon me, guys. What came out. But anyways, that right there is not gonna be good tomorrow. All right. Oh, we forgot to. Here comes our simulated infrared satellite. Watch this. So you got you got some cloud cover tomorrow, but boom, you start getting these storms to fire up, and look at that supercell that goes through Houston. Look at this thing. It just goes straight through Houston. I mean, I'm going to take a sounding out of here. That is a terrible sound. Let's try that again. Man, that is not good. Not good at all for Houston. Yeah, Houston really needs to take the precautions for tomorrow. All right, here comes our satellite. Here's our snow. This is all snow up here. And look at it. You got bubblers in the back of showers and stuff. And man, look at this snow. Heavy snow here across Oklahoma. And you already had the line starting to form up around early morning. You had the line forming up. But then you get those supercells that pop up right over, that go straight through Houston. And man, look at these. Some of these soundings are ridiculously nasty. But it shows more linear than supercellular on the NAM. That's just because that's what the NAM does. But then you actually get a couple out here in your Gulfport, where you get some, in Mobile, where you get some maybe isolated supercells, which would not be good. All right, let's go to our buddy, the HRRR. I have not seen the 18Z yet. I've seen the 12 and 6 and 0Z. Let's just see what's going on here. All right. You see, there's the snow. Actually, wait, no, we're not going to look at that first. Let's go to the 850. Here's our 850, a little bit further east than around Fort Stockton for where the 850 is at right now. But then you see that, once it gets that surge, it just rockets. And look at that. Still 70 to 80 knots of LLJ. That is juicy indeed. And then look at that. It just absolutely expands and explodes. Still got 80, 90 knots up in there. Nuts. And then we'll look at this 500 too. 500. Look, the 500 is literally almost the exact same as the 850, which rarely happens. So here is our dew points. As you can see, pretty mild right now. But once the morning comes around, wow, look, the HRRR has the dew points getting further north into Texas than the NAM does. And look at that. You got 60, 68, even 70 dew points down near Corpus. Let's see what that 71 dew point has going for it. Might have an itchy head right now. Ow. That's in Corpus. Dang. All right. Let's just let's just see what Houston has to tell us. Yeah, not good. Not good for Houston at all. Let's see if I can find a good one. There we go. There you go. There you go. Let's try this. Yeah, not good. Not good at all, people. But then you see those dew points, and then, like I said, they're just going to shoot off to the northeast. And wow, that almost gets all the way up to Tuscaloosa. That almost gets up into Birmingham, not Birmingham, Montgomery. The nose of the dew points almost get up into Montgomery, Alabama. Wow, it's crazy. Let's go to our. We already checked our upper air and stuff. Let's go to our Cape values, which are probably pretty dang high. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. Not as deep of Cape, not as strong of Cape as you would usually see in the Gulf, but either way, look at that. You're still dealing with 1,600, even 1,800 Cape down here. And watch this. Watch when I click on one of these. So there's a lot of Cape right there. There's like 2,000. Let's just click on this sounding. Oh, that's a crappy sounding. Let's just go. Let's go see what on our buddy Houston. Not good. Yeah, that really is worrying me, because Houston is I believe Houston. Yeah, Houston's the most populated city in Texas. Dallas Fort Worth Metro is the second. Well, it's a metropolitan area, but Houston itself is the single most populated city in Texas, with over 2 million people. So not good. And then watch, I'm gonna click. This is a little bit later. Yeah, it's not looking good for Houston. Here's our cap. See, no cap whatsoever. No cap. That is not going to be an issue for these storms. Bulk shear is going to be nuts. Yeah, look at that. It's probably 90 plus knots. Yeah, 80, 85, 90 knots for bulk shear of the 6 kilometer. Here comes our storm relative helicity. This is going to be nuts as well. Just look at that. You got areas of almost 1,400 storm relative helicity. That is just nuts. Imagine you had a storm that just took advantage of that. It would be absolutely devastating if it took advantage of that. Now let's just go in. Let's see what Houston has to say. 930 with the storm relative. I mean, not hecking good. Oh wow, these photographs are ridiculous. Energy helicity is going to be pretty impressive as well. I mean, oh, wow. My eyes just popped right there. You probably saw that. But what? Look at those. 6.0. Wow. There's a 6.0 right there. And I can tell you why that's PDS. Because that's a 6.0 on the EHI, which is, man. This is insane. This is January. We've had over 100 tornadoes this year. This year, but in January alone. Oh wow! Look at those. Look at that supercell composite right over south side of Houston. Ow! No, that's not the greatest. But I mean, look at those. Look at those individual spots. Those are all supercells. And look, that long track one. Watch this long track supercell. See it forming down here? It keeps going, go straight through Houston. It keeps going. Wow, it keeps going even to right around here, which is, where is that? Is that, but where's why did I just have a brain toot? I just had a brain toot, guys. Sorry about that. Maps. Here we go. I think that's Monroe, Louisiana down there. No, not Monroe. Lafayette. That goes all the way past like Lake Charles and Lafayette down there. That's nutso. Here comes our SIG tour. Watch this. Oh! Oh, gosh. Oh, no, Houston. Oh, no. 3.9. Oh no, Houston. Not good. And even Corpus, too. Wow, there's quite a big Sigtor. Yikes. Yikes, 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 guys. Look at that. And then it just, look at that. Yeah, the Sigtor just keeps going with that one storm. Look at that. Actually, let's see what the ones out on in the Gulf look like. Yeah, not as strong, but still. I mean, yeah, look at this storm. You see, it starts to form right down here near Corpus. And then watch this. It just goes and goes and goes. Watch, you'll see it. Watch it. Here it comes. Here it goes. And then it moves east with the cold front. Wow. You even have Sigtor parameters out here towards Lafayette and Lake Charles still. Like, I mean, insanity for January. It's not like unheard of, but this has been a really crazy January for severe weather. Man, nasty photographs. And here's our updraft helicities. This is where it gets intense, guys. This is where you'll see these long track supercells, probably tornado producers and a half. You see these are probably going to be hailers. I mean, look at that updraft right there. That one already starts. And then just watch. See the one forming near... Oh, wait, it's not as bad as it was. Yeah, you see it. Watch, you see it? It starts forming down here by Corpus and then just goes straight up. It's not as bad as it was, actually. Let's check a different... Oh, that's because let's check the 0 to 3. That might be a little bit better. Oh, yeah, there's the one we wanted to look at. You see it? Wow. I mean, watch. You see it? Look at these. Wow. That's Armageddon right there. Holy mother. All right, here's our photographs. Look how we got a looping photograph right there. Look at that. That's so dangerous. I mean, look at this. Let's take a sounding out of Houston. Yeah, it's not a good day. It is not going to be a good day for Houston if this checks out. Now let's go here. Let's go check our satellite, our infrared future simulated. You know what I mean? Here comes all that snow. And then watch. Here comes the cold front. Here comes the front sweeping in behind it. Just watch. My word. Look at those supercells just pop up. I don't think they'll be... What? Oh my gosh, look at the one in Houston. Watch this. Yeah, the one in Houston just goes and goes and goes. It does not stop. Wow. Alright, let's check the composite. Alright, there we go. And you get bubblers everywhere. Maybe a couple supercells even out here. But look at that one. There's the one that's going to go straight through Houston, it looks like. Actually, no. That is not the one that... It looks like it could do a cell. What in the name? That thing literally stops right before it gets to Houston, grows, and just looks like it could plant. I mean, look at that storm right there. That's insane. Yes, it's basically a simulation of what the satellite could look like. Yeah, this is not good. Some of these storms, even on the tail end Charlie of this, could be even big time tornado producers. I mean, look at that supercell. And look at all those feeder bands. You see all these supercells, they're feeding up from the Gulf. It's like a conveyor belt. And then you got even more out here towards Mississippi and Alabama coming out from the Gulf. Man, this is going to be not a good day. Wow. All right, for fun, we're going to look at the I think that WARW. This the run max for the updraft felicities is legit madness. Here comes the madness, guys. Just look at that. Stupid. That's stupid. But we're not gonna look at this. All right. So yeah, we got trouble tomorrow for Houston and stuff. But on the opposite end of this, we got Winter Storm Kassandra. Winter Storm Kassandra is currently in Arizona and New Mexico right now, dropping snow. And watch this. So on the north side of this, let's go to our precip type. You should have a precip type. So here's our reflectivity. So you'll see the precip type. Look at this. Boom. Look at that. There's Winter Storm Kassandra right behind it. And then she really, really expands after she crosses out of Oklahoma, or gets about halfway through Oklahoma on I-35. She really gets bigger. And there's our severe weather threat down there. I mean, look at those. Look at that. There's a supercell. That's our Houston supercell. And just look at that snow. Look how heavy it gets even sometimes. And what looks like we will have some freezing rain or maybe some sleet before it changes into snow. This is at around, what time is this around? That's about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And then you got just dumping snow until probably Wednesday morning. Heavy snow, let me tell you. And then why don't we just go to our winter weather? Let's just look at our snowfall totals. That could happen. Well, this is potential snowfall totals. So Panhandle is literally going to get half a foot of snow, and then some portions here in Oklahoma could see up to maybe a foot around McAllister and stuff. Maybe even around here near Mount Scott and stuff will get a little bit higher, since it's a little higher elevations. But if I am chasing, I'm going to be targeting around McAllister. That's where we're seeing like 10 inches and stuff, which is pretty good for Oklahoma snowstorm. And then here's the 10 to 1. The 10 to 1 is a little higher of what could happen. So this is saying that Norman could get up to a foot of snow, just about, if the right conditions happen, and then up to maybe even 20 inches down here in the mountains down here. I can't pronounce them. They're really, it's a silly, not a silly, but it's a native mountain range. It's the whatchamacallit mountains down here in the, what are those mountains? The Ouachita, something like that. But major issues are going to be freezing rain. As I say, Arkansas is the freezing rain capital of the world. I'm telling you, like nowhere else that I ever have seen gets as much freezing rain as Arkansas. So this is going to be really bad for travel, because you're going to have probably limited visibility out here along I-35 and stuff. So it is going to be very, very hard to very, very treacherous to travel. So it's going to be it's probably going to be some whiteout conditions, maybe even some blizzard-like conditions. I doubt it'll get to a blizzard status, but it could happen just depending on how far north this low-level jet and front get. Because if the front gets far enough north, we'll have blizzard-like conditions. I wouldn't say it's a blizzard, but blizzard-like. But because all the wind is going to be pushing up through here. Probably 30-mile-an-hour plus winds if it does get all the way up there. But after that, we also are going to plunge into a deep, deep Arctic blast. This is going to be very cold. You guys remember the Siberian blast that hit last month around Christmas, just before Christmas. This is going to be just like that, just not as cold, but still, it's going to be pretty chilly. So, yeah, you see these temperatures all the way up here in Canada. Pretty cold right now, but there's something moving from the Arctic. You see it here. You see it come. Here it comes. Here it's coming down from the Arctic. Here it comes, and boom, you get those super cold temperatures, and the wind is going to be absolutely frigid. And look, these are just our normal temperatures. You're getting into the teens and single digits here in Oklahoma, and the negative 20s, maybe even 30s up here in the northern plain, the high plains. And you just see it. It lingers. It lingers around, and then here comes February. Even more super duper. That right there, that's a Siberian blast right there. Look at that. You see it coming down from that? Looks like that could be a Siberian blast again. Because look at that coming down, and those are actual just temperatures is what it's saying right here. Those are actual. That's not wind chill temp. That's actual temp. So that's actual temps of -40. I want to see the wind chills now on this. I don't trust that, but still, that would be crazy if that happens. So you see the wind chills coming in. Yeah, once the storm hits, it's going to be in the 20s and stuff. Not a terrible snowstorm, but once this Arctic blast comes, watch this. There comes your negative temperatures across Oklahoma. And then, whoa, -70-something degrees. Wow. Holy rip. -70 degrees up there. And the -70s they dip down to Minnesota and stuff with the wind chill. And then, watch this wind chill on the 4th. Ooh. That looks a little chilly, guys. Looks a little bit chilly down here. That's -15, -17 degrees down in Oklahoma. It's pretty chilly, not gonna lie. But yeah, that's our future. Let's see if there's any other snow coming, maybe. Let's see what we got for snow, possibly. Let's see what we got. Maybe there's some more snow coming. Oh yeah, maybe another snowstorm. But also, I want to kind of check. I want to see what we got for if there's any severe weather coming also in the near future. And then we're going to end this stream, and I got to get to bed because I'm going to have a long, fun day. So there's that. There's our storm right now. You see that? Looks pretty clear. And then, there we go again. That looks like another Arklatex setup. Oh, boy. And then, wow, there's that down there. Looks pretty interesting. Man, Arklatex setups lately. These look so familiar because they literally have just happened. And then actually there's another event that looks like that could go across Florida. That's a severe weather event for Florida, it looks like, maybe. And there's another atmospheric river, it looks like, for California. And then maybe maybe another severe weather event across the Ohio River Valley that moves in the northeast. That looks more like snow, actually. Let me check. Is that snow or is that severe weather? Let's check. I think that looks like snow to me. Yeah. Okay. So maybe some of it's snow, maybe some of it's not. But make sure, everyone, you guys take your weather precautions seriously tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be quite a dangerous day, especially for Houston, New Orleans. It seems like every time that New Orleans is in an enhanced, it gets hit by a tornado. And I don't want to say it will, but history has proven that time and time again that but really watch out tomorrow, especially with the winter weather too, not just severe weather. So there's probably a good 50+ million people about to be impacted tomorrow by this massive system and Winter Storm Kassandra. So never stop chasing, and we will see you guys out on the chase tomorrow. Never stop chasing.